Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video we are going to open up Wizards of the Coast packs plus one more Emerald. Now, I didn't think I was actually going to get a video in today, but I just did a video with like some kids for like career day. Never thought people would actually want to talk to me for career day, but those kids were really excited, and I got all kinds of cool questions from them. I almost messed up. They asked me about how do I protect my cards from getting stolen. You know, of course I went into that. We got cameras, we got dogs, the building, you've got safes, and then, you know, I almost mentioned, you know, firearms. And I'm like, ooh, you know what? That might not be the best to mention, you know, on career day, you know, at a school with a bunch of elementary school kids. So we, I went ahead and I did not say that. Although I do have them. I just, it wouldn't. I don't think it would have been appropriate, and it may have got me pushed out of the next session, because I think I've got another session here in an hour or so. But during that video, we actually had several packs that were bought. I mean, I only had one pack lined up for today, but then 4 were snagged right during that video. Probably because it's around 12 o'clock. And so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open these up, and then hopefully we'll pull some good stuff. So this first one is going to be for EX Emerald, and this is for Lars. Can you sleeve all the cards, Mambo cards, and he bought an Emerald. And usually what I do is when anytime somebody wants to sleeve all the cards, I can do that. I usually just sleeve it right after the video. So I set them down in the beginning, I sleeve the hollow or whatever, you know, burst hollow right away. And then to prevent actual double handling, I sleeve them at the end, all together at once. Well, not at the end in the video, but after the end of the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with a Pichu, which is honestly one of the better commons. I think that one had the Nintendo World. This one was like the Philadelphia. Jewel King, I bet he could tell me every single one of the promos. He's good with that stuff. Got Lanoon, Baltoy, Spoink, Whismur. Ooh, got a Trico. Nice. Got another one of the Gen 3 starters. It's kind of like the Bulbasaur. And then Glalie. So didn't pull a hollow rare in that one, but you did get a Gen 3 starter as your parallel hollow. Condition looks honestly really nice. I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to set these aside. Make sure to sleeve them all. So thanks again, Lars. I can't remember if he said Mambo Cards was his IG or if it was YouTube. He contacted me on IG, so I'm going to say that's an IG account. You can go out on a limb there. Put your booster pack over here to the side too. Alright, next pack we have, it's a Gym Heroes First Edition, Stephen D. And he says he's hoping to get a Gengar or Dragonair if hollow, Snorlax or Poliwrath if non-hollow. That's kind of cool. He put, you know, what he wanted in both situations. Let's see what we get right here. I'm going to start off with the Sabrina's Gaze. Oh man, I pulled off a piece of your pack. Sabrina's Gaze, many of you know this is an alternate artwork from the Japanese side. It was it was actually holding the ball like this, and because, you know, your middle finger is longer than your other fingers, when she was holding the ball it almost looked like she was giving the finger to people. So that artwork was banned on the Japanese side, and it was altered on the US side. Erica's Tangela, Brock's Rhyhorn, got the Voltorb and a Grass Energy. You got a Poliwhirl. Maybe you'll get a Poliwag and a Poliwrath. I mean, although I'd much rather you get a hollow. There's Perfume. Blaine's Tauros, a really nice artwork on the Tauros. I thought it was that one. Lieutenant Surge's Magaton or Magnemite, and oh, you got a hollow. You got Rocket's Trap. Got a Swirl right below her armpit. So this one historically is a lot easier to grade, which is why the prices are a little lower. But it's also good because it means you've got a better chance at a 10. Although, like, this background, you know, is dark, but there are 2 print lines on it, but they're still tough to see unless you catch that light right. See it coming out of his chin? Actually looks like maybe even a light third one. Then you can kind of see him barely making it out through there, through the hip and to the other side. But you really have to flash it hard. Corners actually look pretty good. Some more of the edges, it looks like it might have a little bit of whitening there. But congrats on pulling a holo, man. You got the rocket strap. Put these up for you. Go get your semi-rigid for that holo card there. Alright, next up we have Tony L. He actually bought 2 packs. I've got them separately because he bought them separately, and that just kind of like a way for me to make sure that I double check and make sure that he's sent to the same address on both of them. Because sometimes people, they'll buy underneath the same account, same name, but then they'll have a different address for a present for their brother or sister or wife or something like that. Well, probably not wife, probably not sister, probably brother or husband. But I have noticed that the women, I think it's down to like 1.3% of my viewers are women, they have a longer duration, on the viewings. So thanks for that, for all of you who are out there and you're watching. Alright, so Tony L, he bought a Gym Challenge first edition. We are still on that box that has the drawing for the first edition Blaine Charizard. There's 36 pack entries. Once all 36 packs have been drawn through or have been gone through, then I will one will be picked randomly from the list. And so Tony, you have 1 entry for that prize. Let's see what we have here. I don't like it when the pack doesn't sit flat, or flat-ish at least. Okay, so Erica's Paris. Got the Voltorb again, except this is a different series. Ooh, got the Koga's Ninja Trick, another alternate art. On the Japanese side, they actually had both this one and the other one with the reverse swastika, the Buddha symbol, or whatever it is. Because I believe I've caught a swastika in the past, and it's not actually that, it's like a reverse one. But it still was offensive to a lot of people, so they banned the artwork, and they actually had this corrected one, which I think on the Japanese side it's more like, I don't know, it might not be that exact symbol. Or it might be, and I'm remembering incorrectly. So that's 1 uncommon. You got the Koga's Kakuna and Max Revive. Alright, Blaine's Charmander, sweet, look at that. Got the First Ed Blaine's Charmander, Sabrina's Abra, Fervor, and Brock's Dugtrio. So you didn't get the holo rare, but at least you didn't get a trainer rare. You got the Brock's Dugtrio. Alright, Tony, you still have 1 more pack, and this one I'm pretty excited about. In fact, I'm excited about both of the last 2 packs that we're opening. We've got Neo Genesis First Edition. These are like super high risk, super high reward. I mean, when you hear that, that means usually the risk is high, because if you don't get one of those holographic cards that's just really nice, I mean, you're probably not going to make a whole lot. But I will say there are some cards in Neo Genesis that do hold value in the commons and uncommons. But right now, where you can't even grade them, it's kind of hard to tell where they really stand. I mean, these are going to be packed fresh. If I remember correctly, it's like either the second card off the front or it's the second card off the back. And I don't think we've opened up one. So I'm going to guess and say it's the second from the front. So there's Horsey. Okay, so it's not the second from the back. There's Natu, Gligar, Sentret, Hapip. No starters or big commons yet. Sudowoodo, Fanpy, so there's one of the uncommons. Furette, there's another one. Should be 1 more uncommon. Got the Bill's Teleporter. Look at that. You can see from the front side this one is miscut. See how that? It's like a different angle almost. See if you can see it better right there. Alright. So I believe this should be the rare. Hopefully a holo. Oh, I got Cliffa. Okay, so this is probably the best rare that you could pull. Like, it was a $25 card back when you could still get regular hollows, for that price. But that's that way because of the Eek. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 7 cards. And it's a baby Pokemon, so only like half the attacks go through. So it was really playable in the equivalent of like Legacy. What is that? Look at that. I wonder if this pack had miscut cards in it. Because we saw it on Energy. Let's look at some of the backs of the other ones. That's what I want to do. Yeah, the other ones look kind of okay. That one's a little off too. But they're all about the same on that top edge. Hopefully that's not the case for all of the packs. We'll see what it looks like in this next pack. And thankfully, usually the hollows, they're cut on a completely different sheet. And these right here, these come from a sealed booster box. I personally broke the box myself, so I know that they are as legit as you can get. Alright, Tony. Sorry no hollow for you, but you did get the Cliffo, which is the best rare that you could have gotten. Alright, next one up, Harvey. Oh, he actually said high risk equals high reward. Let's see that Lugia. Neo Genesis First Edition. So let's see if he actually pulls it off. I'm in talks with another person who wants to send in a Neo Genesis First Edition pack, and they're wanting to do heavy and light, which that would be kind of cool. I think that would be really cool. Okay, so there's the Psychic Energy, got Super Rod, Chinchou, Hoot Hoot, got Chikorita, Onyx, Meryl, Ariados, got one of the Gen 2 middle starters, got Croconaw, Lantern. Was that the third? That was the second, right? That was the third one, so it should be this next card after the Energy. Oh, got an Ampharos Hollow. Nice. Definitely not like an Ampharos from Neo Revelation, but still a good card for sure. Got a swirl right there on that right side. You can see it. It does have a print line going through his belly. It's so weird. It's like these packs almost have like a grit kind of deal going on the inside. I know it might be hard for you guys to see, but I can see it on the surface here, and you can tell it's not edge wear, because Neo Genesis cards, they usually have pretty good edges, like they're pretty solid, but this is almost like a surface type thing. Like, it makes me wonder if this is one of the sheets that was near the bottom of the stack, which would be unfortunate because that would spell disaster for the hollows. But the front side looks good other than that print line. Centering doesn't look too bad. Might have to keep an eye on that stuff. So most likely this will just, yeah, I think it'll just rub off, but still worries me a little bit. Because we see it on Jungle all the time where it has those little white specks. This is almost like something more fine. But then again, I don't know, maybe it's similar, because I mean, it does just kind of flake off, and I don't want to push on it too hard. I usually let the people who bought the packs, take that stuff off if they want to, because I mean, anytime you start rubbing on the surface of a card, you risk damaging it, so you got to be really careful. But if it's just dust and it flakes off, I mean, it shouldn't damage the card. But anyways, I'm glad you got a hollow. We did get to see that it had a swirl right there, so that means, if there are other hollows, if they're in that same line, for alignment, printed from the same row, then they have a good shot of having, a swirl in a really good spot. It would be epic if you pulled the Lugia with a swirl like that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We should have more coming out very soon. Thanks.